Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm reviewing the Surge. Get your CREO exosuits ready and let's get started. That's right folks, Deck 13's The Surge is finally coming to PS4, Xbox One, and PC. Being first showcased for its combat, The Surge had its eyes set to be a part of the Dark Souls genre. The Surge takes place in a dystopian future where mankind is bracing itself on the brink of extinction, but CREO Industries and Joan Gutenberg has a plan to put in motion Project Resolve, or better known as Project Utopia, which is the key to rebuilding mankind and fixing the world itself. It's up to you, the player, as a new guy at CREO in your first day at the job to set things in motion in The Surge. My first pro for The Surge is that I love the combat in this game. I love the way the combat targeting works so you can hit and aim for a specific limb, tearing them apart and going for the weaker areas. I enjoy the way the maneuvering works from the sliding in, the jumping attacks, having a drone help you in the midst of action, whether it's a concussion drone, range drone, or support drone that's helping shield you. And then on top of that, I'm really loving the combat executions, whether with the staff, twin butterfly, heavy attack weapon, or whatever. The Surge makes the combat feel great and enjoyable. It's a pro for me. My next pro is that The Surge has these extremely epic boss fights where they're going to work to make you beat them. You have 5 main boss fights and you have extra boss fights that's scattered throughout the game when you're purposely backtracking and looking out for that area. Another addition to the boss fights is that there's a secret bonus added to them depending on where you attack the bosses and when you beat them. The Black Cerberus drops his axe if you consistently hit his right arm. The Big Sister drops a better weapon if you leave her forearms on. Firebug gives you the Firebug V2 for cutting all his arms off. It's a pro for me. My next pro is that I like the crafting and upgrade system in The Surge. The upgrading system is unique. Instead of leveling up the strength, stamina, and health like you usually would in Dark Souls and Neo or others, The Surge has a unique system where you build up the core with tech scrap. With the higher you build up the core of your exosuit, the higher you can take person build up your character's energy, stamina, and health, and build more around that. Then the crafting system I like because you can continuously add on to the defense of what you're wearing with Mark 1, Mark 2, and onward. It improves the pieces and you find blueprints for things everywhere. It's a pro for me. My last and final pro for The Surge is that I like how they implemented an entire lore for the company that is CREO Industries. You'll find yourself wandering around, hear about the latest new item from CREO or how CREO Industries is trying to set itself into 1 million homes to become the next biggest thing. Sometimes you'll hear an interview between Don Hacken and Jonah Gutenberg about the future of the company, how the world sees them, and then you'll find audio files from workers celebrating days before the event and afterwards. It's definitely a pro for me. My first con for The Surge is that the game is buggy, glitchy, and riddled with issues. The Surge has this great amount of problems in this game. First, from the bosses having moments where certain parts begin to glitch or from attacks, getting stuck in the air, getting caught into a place where you can't hit them but they can hit you. Secondly, items disappearing, things stopping you from progressing in the game and stuff just missing. And finally, the game crashes a good amount, spawns you back with less health than you originally had, and enemies glitch through walls. The Surge is plagued with issues. It's definitely a con for me. My next con is that The Surge story is pretty much non-existent. You have to listen out to various transmissions from CREO Industries and listen to the side characters that tell you very few and minuscule things about Project Resolve or Utopia. Then you have to listen out to the audio files where it can be anything. Then having Sally tell you where to go and just kind of piece everything together yourself as you figure out what's really going on in this story. If there's nothing really to go off except the beginning and little bits and pieces here and there. It's definitely a con for me. My next con for The Surge is that what The Surge believe is difficulty is just throwing numerous amount of enemies at you is supposed to be the key to being a difficult game. The Surge does this quite a bit mid-game as it'll continuously throw nothing but enemies at you while you progress. Sometimes the enemies will come out of nowhere and will rush you with at least 4 to 5 enemies at a time. Difficulty or being difficult is one thing as you can learn and improve to a counterattack and be prepared for whatever truly comes your way from whatever enemy. However, The Surge definitely does not do that and is definitely a con for me. My next and last con for The Surge is that it's truly a mediocre Souls clone. Outside of the limb targeting, executions, and cool creative upgrade system, The Surge is just another one Souls clone that doesn't do anything special in the genre. It's grindy, repetitive on backtracking and on enemies. You're more so farming tech to beat the tougher enemies rather than the bosses. The loot system is unbalanced as you never guarantee your actual drop from bosses. The Surge borrows from Dark Souls, Neo, and Lords of the Fallen but doesn't do anything special in his lane at all. It's a con for me. But all in all, The Surge is just an okay title. The combat is great with limb targetings and executions. The boss fights in this game are truly epic to have from each one you range from. The crafting and upgrading system is unique and different. It just really is cool to utilize and upgrade your weapons or your core, or building your character and new perks to progress and test out. And the lore that the Surge has with CREO Industries and all things that's built around the company is great. But the Surge does suffer from some extremely terrible bugs and glitches that can be minor to extremely major. Also has barely any little story to grasp as you play throughout the game, having you search for it more than the actual information is presented, and having the random moments and just having multiple mobs and enemies thrown in your face is a difficulty spike, and lastly, not being any different from its previous release from the same company, which is Lords of the Fallen, which is also just another mediocre Souls clone. But with that being said, I'll be giving the Surge a 3 out of 5. Alright guys, that concludes my review of the Surge. I thank you guys for watching and stopping by. Yes, a written review will be on TICGN.com, where you can go check out the description box below to go check that out. And if it's not up by the time you come, just refresh the page and it should be there soon enough. Now go check out my previous reviews on Tekken 7, Shines the Lightning Kingdom, Friday the 13th, and I have plenty more reviews to come by. And also go check out my review on Little Nightmares, the last one I just posted. Go check that out and you guys will enjoy that. I'll be having a stream up tomorrow on Minecraft Season 2. I have a stream up of Lawbreakers Warrior Pass. I have a stream up of Marvel Telltale's Guardians of the Galaxy, and I'm just gonna have multiple videos coming up soon, guys. Go check out my Bruise in the Backlog series where I knocked out DMC. I'll be having a vote up on my Twitter, which will also be in the description box below, that you can go check out. Follow me on my Twitch and Twitter. And until next time, and until the next video, guys, we'll tune in, turn up, and throw down. I'm out. I thank you guys for watching. Hit that like and subscribe button for me, please, and I'm out.